Hey guys, thanks for watching. For this video, I wanted to show you guys how I normally shoot. Now I'm actually in the middle of a shoot right now. I just did the beach photo tour, and then I'm going to do the ceremony later on. So I'm wearing the clothing and the gear that I would normally wear. This is going to be my first official photography video. Initially, if you go back to the first vlog that I did, I was talking about how I wanted to practice with this channel so that I can make photography videos for the company's channel. But then since then I changed my mind. Now I want to focus all of my how-tos on this video, and then just save the company's YouTube channel for promo videos and things like that. So this is going to be the first episode for the How I Shoot series that I plan to make. Every time you see a video on how I shoot a ceremony, how I shoot a makeup scene, how I shoot a family session, newborn, I want you to have some type of reference. This video is going to serve as that reference. Okay, so let me show you what gear I normally take on a shoot. All right, so this is normally how I look. I don't always carry the flash. The flash usually I save for ceremonies or when I have sunsets. I normally don't take the flash to like a makeup session or even the beach session if it's in the middle of the day, because it's not strong enough to overpower the sun anyways. And so I try not to use flash when I don't have to, just because I'm not that good at it. So this is my gear right here. I know you're probably asking where the cameras are, but they're actually behind me. So before I move to the gear that I'm wearing, this right here, like I said, is just a light stand. I took the head off and I actually screwed the receiver straight into the screw that's on the top, and then the flash just goes on there. So this stays like this most of the time. Whenever I move around a lot, I just take the flash out, put it in my pocket, and then I carry like this, because the flash tends to fall out. And I already broke about 3 or 4 flashes doing that. In fact, this one's loose. Okay, so that's it, nothing much to this. All right, so I'll put this to the side for now. Okay, so now if you look at what I'm wearing, I'm actually wearing like a little vest, or what we call a low-berry in the vest in the Army. It looks almost the same as what I use for the Army. And so I have the camera hanging off my shoulders. Okay, so I carry 2 cameras. The reason I set it up like this is because I tried a bunch of different configurations. This is my favorite so far. When I have to run around, all I have to do is put the cameras right here. They hook onto the pouches that I have on the side, and now my hands are free. I can hold the light stand, or I can hold the bride's flowers or anything. My hands are free. And another thing too is it helps me not leave stuff behind. So I actually have a bag that this stuff goes into, but I leave it in the car, because when I take it with me, I tend to leave it at the beach or the park or wherever I'm at. And so just to avoid that, I decided not to carry it. That's another reason why I don't carry the light everywhere. All right, so I'll start with the cameras. Now I have 2 Nikon D750s on my right side. I always carry the D750 with the 70 to 200 2.8 lens. I use this lens easily 75–80% of the time. So most of the pictures that I take are with this lens right here. The reason I chose the D750 is because it has this screen right here. So it has a swivel screen, so that when I need to take low shots, I just flip it up. When I need to take high shots, I flip it down. I'll do a review on the D750 later on. I've been shooting with this one since 2014, so coming up on 4 years. I really like it, but it does have some issues, especially with white balance and just error codes. All right, so this is my first camera. So this camera, like I said, it does most of the work. Okay, my backup camera is another D750 with a 24 to 70 2.8 lens. This lens is really nice. It's the newer version. I really like this lens because I can probably shoot most of the pictures that I like with this lens, because I can go wide and I can go tight. So this is really nice to have. Whenever I have both cameras though, I tend to use the 70 to 200. Anytime I go do activities with my family or friends, I take this camera with the 24 to 70, because it's the most versatile. So going from 24 wide to 70 portrait, it's really nice. It takes care of pretty much any scenario that I can think of. Obviously, I prefer this 70 to 200, but you can't carry that one around. So this is my backup camera with the 24 to 70. All right. so now I'm gonna go through my vest. I'm gonna go from left to right. So as you can see, I have these pouches. These are all low pro pouches, and I have 2 of these square ones for the miscellaneous and a couple of lenses. I have the lens pouches, 1 large, 1 I guess this is a medium. I used to carry a butt pack where I would have like a plexiglass with some black cloth, so whenever I did the macro photography, like rings and things like that, but it's too much to carry around, and it kept sagging. I kept sitting on it, and so I just got rid of it. And now I try to do the macro shots with whatever's available, either in the hotel room or out in the open. On this pouch right here, I carry my spare batteries up front. So I got 3 spare batteries. So 3 batteries right here. So these are charged anytime I got a dead battery, I put it on this side. So dead batteries go on this pouch. Charged batteries go on this pouch. Okay, so if I open up the top, the inside, I have a flash. So because I don't carry the light stand all the time, I have an extra flash just in case there's a situation where I need flash. I don't have to worry about leaving them behind. So I carry an extra flash right here. I carry my SD cards. I have 4 total, but I only take 1, and then I leave the other ones that I'm not using in the camera bag. So I'll take 1 that's full. If that one is almost running out, then I carry 2. I have the transistor for the flash, so I carry that in the pouch. I have a brush right here. I have a lens brush. I also have a microfiber cloth, and then I also carry a small light, small video light. So today was a perfect example of when I use these. My in time to the makeup was at 6:30, which is still dark, and so a lot of the hotel rooms have really dim lighting, and this comes in handy when that's the situation, when that's the case. Okay, so that's it. That's all for this pouch. Sometimes I add extra lights. Sometimes I add extra batteries. Okay, so now I'll move into the lens pouch. I carry ND filters. I rarely use these, but they're good to have just in case there's too much light or I want to do some kind of a special effect. Also on this pouch, I have the 14 to 24. This one's really heavy. Before I didn't carry this one around, but I got in trouble because some shots they wanted really wide. I couldn't get them with the 24, so I started carrying this one around, but it's really heavy. Okay, so this is the 14 to 24, and I got the 24 to 70 and the 70 to 200. So that's what they call the Holy Trinity in Nikon world. So I got those 3. Those are nice to have. Okay, so that's it for that pouch. This one pretty much just carries that lens. I have a little water pouch here that I never use. I tend to put my cell phone in here most of the time. All right, so here I carry extra miscellaneous things like my headphones whenever I get bored. Sometimes I throw important SD cards in here so that I don't mix them up. On the inside, I have another light just in case. This one's not always in my pouch. Whenever I know I'm gonna use lights, I bring this one. Just to make sure that the other one doesn't die on me. One has AAA batteries, the other one has a custom battery. So just in case, I want to have the options to switch. I have extra batteries here. Okay, so these are charged. I have a fisheye. So this is DX. It's the Nikon 10.5 millimeter 2.8. I don't use this too much, but sometimes I get requests to get the couple inside the ring. I also use it for like group shots. So I get everybody in a circle. I lay down on the ground, shoot up, and you see everybody's face in a sphere. So that's pretty cool. There's a few cool uses for this one, but for the most part, I don't use it. Another lens that I have in here is the macro. This is the 60 millimeter 2.8 macro. This is the old version. I had the 105, but my wife started shooting newborns and she really needed that one, so I gave her that one and I bought myself this one. It's really old, but that's one of my favorite things about Nikon. You can use really old lenses, you save money on them, and the quality is almost the same as the brand new ones. So I have this one. I never had problems with this 60 millimeter, so this is nice to have. Okay, I have another cloth right here just in case I lose one. I have a second one. All right, And then the last thing that I carry is the 50 1.4. So when I walk into a makeup session, this is the one that I have in there with the macro on the other camera, and I just shoot everything with these two. Now I used to use this one for the rehearsal on the ceremony, but now that I have the 24 to 70, I can shoot what I used to shoot with this one without having to switch lenses or anything. So this is my 50. Okay. And that's it. So I have the pouch and then all that stuff in there, and I can shoot almost anything with this gear right here. All right. When I first started photography, I was just obsessed with getting as much gear as I could. I had reflectors, I had fancy flashes, I had all kinds of cool stuff. And then I realized I'm just carrying everything around and I'm barely even using it. Really, I can shoot pretty much any session with the 24 to 70. And if I really want to get fancy, then I can use a 70 to 200, and that's it. So one camera with those two lenses, and I can cover pretty much anything. The other stuff is just nice to have for when you don't know what kind of lighting situations you're gonna have. Then you always have something that's gonna help you. For example, if I go to a place that's really dark, then I would probably use a 50 1.4, open it all the way up. And just be real careful when I'm focusing and making sure I'm double checking all the focus points so that I make sure that everything is nice and sharp. I think it's natural to want everything when you first start out, but eventually once you get your groove, once you get your rhythm, then you'll realize that most of the gear that you think you need, you don't really need. Okay, so that's it. I hope you guys like this video. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments below. Remember, this is the first episode of a bunch that I'm going to come up with for photography. And subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching.